Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Now, I don't normally talk about my life or my childhood or things like that, but I'm going to make an exception now because this is something very dear to me. When I was at boarding school, and as you know, I went to Cornwallis, I went to Michael House. At Michael House, I held all the long distance records, and I'm talking about the 800 meters and the 1500 meters. It's the only thing I could ever get right at school. Okay, I wasn't the brightest spark on the bench. I had a very different outlook to life, and I always have. But running to me was a great joy. I remember around Michael House there were these huge pine tree plantations, and I would just take off and I would run up the hills and run through the fire breaks that they set up, and the pine cones under your feet. It was like running on a cushion. It was just amazing. And what really made that even more amazing was when you had that soft rain coming down. And I can still remember those moments like it was yesterday. And this happened, 50 years ago now? And that's quite interesting because exactly 50 years to the day, the Two Oceans Marathon started in Cape Town. And, as I said, long distance running is something that is so dear to me. And I love watching the races, the marathons. I just absolutely totally spellbound when they televise the races or the marathons. And this year the SABC has decided it's not going to televise the Two Oceans Marathon, which has outraged a lot of people. And what else is happening is that they've had to change the course because of the dangerous areas that the runners would be going through. Now, on June the 9th this year, the Comrades Marathon is happening. I think everybody has heard of the Comrades Marathon. I remember when the guys used to run past my house in Pinetown, up into Westville. One of my great regrets in life is that I never actually ran a Comrades, because I know I could have easily completed it. I was that fit. But no, never happened. So getting back to the story and stopping my rambling. Before I do, now, as I said, the Comrades Marathon is happening on the 9th of June this year. How are they going to police the entire track, over 80 kilometers? We've seen the protests and disruptions going on in the Durban area. This is changing South Africa. I probably couldn't go and run like I used to around Michael House. It's probably not too dangerous to do that. The world or South Africa has changed so dramatically. It is absolutely tragic. Okay, let me get back to the article. The 2019 Two Oceans Marathoners had quite a few disruptions before the gun has even gone off. The route of the ultra event had to be changed due to a threat of protest action just one day before the event. And of course, the event is happening today, over Easter. There's also been much consternation over the fact that the 2019 event won't be broadcast by the SABC. The ultramarathon celebrating a milestone 50th anniversary has traditionally been screened live on SABC, but due to financial trouble at the state broadcaster, the race will not be on TV. Get that? Due to financial troubles. The good news, however, is that there will be a live stream available for free. You can scroll down to watch it here. And what I'll do is I'll actually put the live stream link below the video. According to a statement released by race organizers on Friday morning, The decision to alter the route comes in the wake of a sobering meeting with the South African Police Service, or SAPS. During the priority meeting, credible concerns regarding runner safety were raised. All stakeholders in attendance were informed that the threat of disruptions along the Chapman's Peak section of the ultramarathon route needed to be taken into account. Okay, so that's what's happening in South Africa. It's absolutely crazy. Okay, this year's Two Ocean Marathon will start at 6:40 a.m. on Saturday, the 20th of April, in Newlands Main Road and conclude 56 kilometers later on the University of Cape Town's fields. For details about how the races will affect road closures, read our guide, etc. The ultra will be preceded by the half marathon, which has a staggering start from 5:50 a.m. onwards. Okay, so there you go. Look, I'll put a link to the live stream down below this video. But isn't that shocking that, this is an international event. And, the people who are running are going to suddenly have a reality check as to what's going on in South Africa. And my concern right now is what's going to happen with the Comrades Marathon if you have protesters threatening to disrupt that. It's not like the Cape Town one. You've got a long stretch of road that you run along, and it's the only road. You don't have other options. You can't go through the bush. This is quite extraordinary. And once again, it's Africans shooting themselves in the foot, which they are so good at. No one can do it quite like they can. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, and have a great evening.